Alright, let's get loaded in here. And since it's been several days, let's get reacquainted with where we left off. Let's see, for our village. Okay, so we got our next batch of gear queued up. Endgame armor, awesome. This is for our medics. Cool. Alright, and we have our main expedition, which has a ton of wood for some reason. And I'm pretty sure I'm just going around doing quests with them. Our weak gatherers are camping right outside of a giant's lair. Sure, that's gonna end wonderfully. We are collecting diamonds with them so that we can continue with the gamble on our armor. Okay. And the misfits. They are collecting dragon bones so that we can make more shields and such. Awesome. Now that we're caught up on where we were, let's continue the journey. See what's in these city ruins. Oh, we gained a level. See, some strength, some health, that's nice. For our gatherers, we gain more gathering, which is perfect. It's a pretty good level. And our fighters, lots of health, that's beautiful. Some strength helps with the fights. Awesome. And our village. Decent amount of health, and then a lot of things that'll help with speech challenges, which is good. Cool. Alright, city ruins. What do we got?
You finally track down the potential dragon lair. It is, as expected, an old ruin of an ancient castle. Some of the fortifications still hold fast, and atop one of the towers you see the dragon circling. The creature dives into his lair, most likely in the depths of the castle's dungeons.
Sweet. Let's go dragon hunting.
You enter the castle, and soon realize it is an empty shell, but the entrance to the dungeons stands open. You wonder at the type of people who must have dwelt here, as the dungeons are larger than any structure you'd ever seen.
Let's go in deeper.
You enter the dungeons and discover a strange laboratory, filled with vials and tables set for experiments, with bodies still tied to them, some yet breathing. Before you can learn more, a hooded, imposing figure steps out and bellows. Ah, more volunteers. Nothing like the hoop of loot to get me some fresh meat. Get them, boys. An army of zombies swamps the room in seconds.
So a 5-skull fight against zombies. What happened to the dragon? Alright, let's see what happens. 12 unliving corpses. Interesting. Well, it's 12 on 12. Undead has a chance of having spears equipped, so I gotta keep that in mind. I'll start with this warrior. She's gonna do 59 damage, so she kills this one, no problem. If we poke him, that would be 12 damage now. So bumps that up to 36. This becomes double, which would be 52 damage. Not quite enough to kill this one, sadly. Could go with the double poke to kill it, but that seems a little wasteful since it doesn't even get an attack yet. Instead, they're level 4, so it might be a good idea to do some tactical cards like counter offense, and then another warrior like him. Okay, we do have a lot of damage coming at us. He's only going to do 51. This guy will survive with 7 life. That's not the greatest. First off, though, I can poke this guy to death. I think I'll do that. Oh, I can't. Well, he'll still kill it, potentially. Okay, let's go for the confuse. Or it might be better to first action somebody and just make this whole thing much easier. She is going to do 29, 33. It's not enough to kill anything. I don't like my options so far. So instead I'm going to use her to shield and protect our medic. So I can confuse these last two. That'll limit the amount of damage coming at us. I think just in case I'm still going to shield him up more. Like so. And then hammer. Then this warrior. Then that warrior. We'll counter tactic one of these cards. And then use these to confuse. And that should limit the amount of damage we take. Okay, our medic took some wounds. He does not have leech, so he won't heal those. But it should not be enough to be bleeding out. Ooh, except that happened. He's now definitely bleeding out. He took max damage. We're gonna have to put on his medic gear and just hope that he does not die. Counter offense, counter tactic. Okay, she's gonna kill that one and that one. So send out two more just in case, and that should be the fight.
You defeat the unliving corpses and the necromancer who summoned them. You find many strange materials in the dungeons, but unfortunately, you are not able to save any of the tortured souls.
Well, that's unfortunate. Don't need any of the gear. It's quite a bit of enchanted bone for that. Our medic is bleeding out, and we gained a lot of stats from that fight. That's pretty good. Alright, medic. We need to see to your wounds. Oh, you already have your gear on. Well, that's good. So you have a 19% chance of dying. Still not the greatest of odds. We do have some movement left that we can camp. So I'm going to make use of that. How much movement is that? 2. Perfect. Camp. And then we'll gather some exotic fruit. Well, we hope he doesn't die. Still got lots of gathering there, and we got 11 turns left with them. Cool beans. Let's pray that our medic doesn't die. He did not, and he healed enough that he's no longer bleeding out. Perfect. Good times. Okay. We can explore some more, but we still want to stop and camp so that he heals faster. Let's start by going here. What else we got around us? Not a whole lot. I think these were the slavers. That would take all 3 movement. So I'm just going to go here in camp. Let's focus on the bird meat. And then the rest can get some veggies. You two can just chill.
You approach the slavers and see they are a mixed group of different peoples, including orcs, humans, goblins, and even dwarves. They drag behind them a row of malnourished, worn-out slaves, including children, shackled and cruelly whipped by their captors. The slavers are well armed, but they have clearly seen some fighting not long ago, as they have bandages and look banged up.
Alright, I'm going to do the social challenge because it gives us a chance at permanent stat increases and has the same reward of a child. It's a 2 skull, so I think at this point it's an easy auto resolve for us since we've gotten pretty strong at social challenges.
Your posturing and clear confidence made these slavers very uneasy. They must have had quite a fight beforehand, as you realize they would not have been an easy prey still. Their leader speaks. Fine, you can have half of our cargo and just leave us be. You feel this is a final offer.
So we gain 2 will, which helps us even more in social challenges.
The slavers
And we
cut
get a
off their
child.
long chain in the middle of the row of slaves and leave with half of the cargo. You hear some slaves crying out, but most of them are too worn out to protest. You realize many of the rescued people will not survive the night, and yet you have given hope and a new start to some.
Alright, we still need to camp at least one more turn to help our medic heal. So we don't want to move too far. Let's see, that's all movement. Let's go this way and camp. Get some more bird meat. Next turn. Break camp. The ruin's worth it? Not really. Is that what I think it is? Oh, it was malachite. I was hoping it was moonstone. That would have been nice. Another ruin. Let's go down.
Thea is not an easy place to grow up in, but alas, grow up we must. One of your children has matured into a young adult and is ready to join your village and rebuild Thea.
I think our misfits team needs more protection, so I'm going to go with a warrior.
Becoming an adult is an important rite of passage. The whole
Damn.
village celebrates this joyous occasion. The youngster places a food offering at the altars of their gods, in thanks and in hopes for a good future.
So he's pretty strong, 13 for a base damage in life. That's not bad. He's clearly not in my village, which means, is this the child I just got?
While you scout ahead to see if the road is safe, you notice a bear lying outside its lair. It looks really big. In fact, you have your doubts about it being an ordinary bear and not some kind of giant's pet.
Hey, and since we have decent animal kinship skill, we might be able to recruit this bear. We're going to take a closer look.
The hunters notice that the bear is badly wounded, with a weapon sticking out of its side. Those who know about animals know that wounded beasts can be extremely dangerous and should be approached with great caution.
Okay, it's a 4 skull challenge, but we're going to try to save it and see if we can't tame it at the same time. Yep, that new warrior is in my party. He's right there. That's a little inconvenient because he's not really ready for these kinds of things. But oh well. Guess we will start with a shielded warrior. Ooh, we might not succeed at this. That's a lot of health we have to get chunked through. Where are my counter offenses? A level 4? Not likely to work, but it's my highest one. We'll try it. And it failed. Womp womp. We do have some decent confuses though, so I can't really complain about that. I'm going to start by counter tactic then. This confuse is going to be too low, so again we will counter tactic. These 3 confuses will work, however. So far that's the lowest damage, so I'm going to confuse this one. Although, if I use confuse 7 right now, I can get rid of the strongest one. Let's do that. Then we'll confuse these last two. Okay, so right now we only have 25 damage coming at us, which will kill this guy if he takes both of them, sadly. I think I'm going to send the new warrior out as a meat shield. I could get a poke off with her though. It's a little bit of damage, not much though. Is it worth it? No, I think I'm going to stick with the meat shield. And then go in order of lowest attack up. We'll send out our witch. I'll poke with her now. Then her, and then her. This is not going to go well. We kill one of them. They kill 2, 3, 4, 5 of my guys. Okay. Do I have any better counter offenses? I do not. These two confuses are definitely not going to work, so instead I'm going to use them to counter tactic. So I can confuse that one and that one right now if I wanted to. Perfect. Confuse that one because he has the most damage. I don't have my piercer, so I can't just kill that guy outright, which is a little sad. I think I'm going to wait for the final offensive card to come out. Like that. Okay, we have a lot of damage coming at us. 25, 35 total. The first two are going to kill her. And she's my best attacker, so I want to save her for the end. Instead, she can absorb the first one, and the second one will kill her. Let's start with him, then her. Then her, and her. I did that wrong already. Hey, Coach Zek, how are you doing today? Yeah, I'm feeling a little better. It's been a long weekend. A lot of personal crap came up as well as not feeling right, so I was out of it for a few days, but I'm back and hopefully we can get back into this. This is not a good opening to my first day back though. I'm getting my ass kicked by this challenge. Yeah, we're gonna lose this one. Oh well. My warriors are not very smart. I should have known this. Of course, the poke.
You failed to help the bear, and you barely escape with your lives as the beast lashes out at you.
Oh well, nobody took serious damage. Damn that bear! That was pretty funny. Alright, let's shake that off. See what else we can do. Oh, and we've discovered the edge.
A small group of angry-looking wood elves. Their eyes are blackened from the corruption of the darkness, and their faces are gaunt and dried up. Only their bows remain in perfect condition, the last remnant of their bygone heritage. One steps up and spits at you before speaking. You have entered our sacred land. Now leave us some of your equipment as tribute for your sacrilege, or die.
I've never encountered elven bandits before. Well, I'm not giving up my equipment. I could fight them, but I think I'm gonna do the social.
The elves sheathe their weapons. One of them nods at you, allowing you to speak.
Okay, cool. Let's do a social challenge. The mages will be pretty tough at this, I think. Again, that new warrior is kind of throwing things off. That's okay though. They only have 4 cards, so this isn't going to be a challenge really. Don't know what level they are, but I'm going to start with this counter offense and hope. Sweet. One less card to deal with. So this one is also a mage, which means it's probably a level 9 as well. I can still counter. No, it is way higher than 9. Crap. Okay. Well, we have 11 damage coming at us. I'm going to send out the meat shield. It's the only use he has. Okay. 39 life. Whoo, that's a lot. What do we got? She's got a little bit of poison damage, which would make her do 21 total. So I just need to do 18 right now. Well, that's perfect. Those two combined will kill that mage. Then we need to do 28 to kill this one. Can I get to an even 28? I can go a little above, which is fine by me. So that's 23, 30. That one's dead. This one is 12, so she will kill it. And this fight is over.
One of the elves looks taken aback by your apology. She shakes her head and speaks. I cannot believe we have fallen so low as to rob people for merely trespassing. We do not even have a sacred place here. It was just an excuse. Let us eat together and have some of our ancient wood as an apology for our behavior.
Well, thank you very much for the ancient wood. Only one person got the blessing, which is a little weird. I'm still going to share my food and see if anything good comes of this.
The elves thank you for the food and you eat together. One of them speaks up. You have reminded us of who we were, and I do not wish to forget again. You seem to be resistant to our curse, so I will join you and fight by your side from now on.
We got a forest elf. 11 strength, not bad. 10 will, 9 speech. You're good at a social challenge. Alright, alright. I'm happy with that. I'm still going to join the misfits, but I'm happy with that. A 1 gathering, 1 range damage necklace. I don't think... Oh, I stand corrected. She needs it. Yeah, it's a forest elf though, which is kind of like the equivalent of a hunter. What I really want is an elf warrior, because they can get pretty high up there in damage. Let's see, what do we got? 30 days of food left. Yeah, we're still good. So this is the southern edge of this route. I could go up here and kind of check this area out, or I could head back, drop off those 2. Yeah, I should do that because they're kind of throwing my combat party out of whack. Can't go anywhere, so I'll camp. What do I want more? I guess it doesn't matter. We'll get some fish, some meat, the amber, and then just put everyone else where they can go. Our other 2 teams, 16 days, with some crap ton of fat rats next to them. That could be bad. Where's our misfits? There they are. 6 days left for them. Alright, break camp, and let's start heading home. This is going to be a long journey, though. Oh, and somebody is over encumbered in misfits. That is not misfits. This is misfits. The medic forgot about that. Let's take that off. We'll only equip it when we need if somebody gets wounded. And here's those fat rats. This could be bad, because there's a ton of them. And this isn't even all of them, because I have the hand limit set to 12. So even the computer is limited, I think. Or not, I stand corrected. Oh, no, that's just lame. The AI doesn't have a limit, but I do. Oh well. How to start this? Rats do not have piercing attacks, so I don't need to worry about that. Sadly, my hammer is in my tactical hand. So, and my hulking rat is going to be useless in this fight. Let's start with a medium fighter. For that reason, sending out hulking rats first. I feel like doing the counter offense is going to be my best bet right now. Just get rid of as many of them as I can. There's only one hulking rat left and then a bunch of fat rats. Let's do a counter offense. There was a fat rat. They are apparently level 2 and up, so these still have a chance of working. Cool. Perfect. So we only actually have 4 active attackers right now to worry about. Dealing 14, 26 damage potential. Which is actually perfect, because I can now shield her so that she can absorb all of it if that happens. And then send this guy out and he can absorb all of it should it happen in that way. The only unfortunate thing is all of my fighters are now going to kill these confused rats, and then we still have a ton of attacks coming at us. Really wish I had my hammer, but there's not much I can do about it. And this rat's not going to be able to kill anyone, so I'm not even going to throw him out. Well, I guess I could throw him at the very end. He'll be safe there. Hopefully they split the attacks a little. Nope. Oh, come on. Really? Every single one of them hit her? Well, at least she survived. And she has a chance of healing herself because she does have a little bit of leech. Which means I want her to go out first. Get that life leech going on. Let's go ahead and do a counter offense. We don't have any more, but we do have a confuse. She's going to kill this one, so I'm not worried about confusing him yet. And I can poke this one to death. Confuse this one. Perfect. So if she kills this one, none of them get an attack, and we can clean up nice and easy now. And our fat rat, at least he's more useful than the hulking rat. Okay, she's still going to take a lot of wounds, but shouldn't be in danger of bleeding out. Oh, not even a lot of wounds. 6 isn't bad. It's a good quality axe, but I definitely don't need it at this point. So all in all, that fight of 11 fat rats wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be. Okay, misfits have 2 more turns, which is about the time I'll reach them.
You see the skies darken and the air getting heavy. The wind picks up and thunder strikes. Strangely, this seems to happen only around you, as you see clear skies up ahead.
Now that we have enough skill in both magic and folklore, we have a new option.
You realize very quickly that you must have stumbled upon a territory claimed by the wind demons, the Veles. Known for their territorial instincts, the Veles do not like intruders and rarely take time to discuss the matter. Indeed, you now see several winged creatures circling you among the dark clouds.
So as always, I'm going to choose, if I have the choice between a social and a fight, I'm going to do the social, because you almost always get stat increases from it. 4 Veles and 4 giant crows should be pretty easy, but I'm still going to do this myself just in case. Well, it's not so bad. In fact, the poke, and he'll kill it. Then we'll send out her. And crows are a joke. We have... If this is a crow, this has a chance of working. It did not, so it's probably a Veles. Instead, I am going to counter tactic. Got rid of one. No, it was a crow. It was just higher level. That's unfortunate. Let's do 2 more counter tactics. Perfect. These don't do any damage, so they're not a concern. He kills this one. So she's the only one left that can hurt us. She has 14 life. My witch will kill it, and then it's cleanup from there. Easy peasy.
The wind calms down and the skies brighten once more. The Veles remain in the air watching you, but they do not attack. You are free to continue your journey.
So in addition to some blessings, we also gain permanent stats, which makes us even stronger at future social challenges. And she is damn good at social challenges. I'm sure some of that's from a blessing, yeah. But that's still only +5. So yeah, she is amazing at speech challenges now. Continue heading home. We got some more misfits to drop off. Just in time for them to have to head back and resupply. Alright, misfits, you get the forest elf and that warrior we created, Naslav. Perfect. Do I have any gear to hand over while I'm at it? I do not. Okay. And then break camp with them, head home. They can't quite make it.
The whole land is shaken with tremors. Groans and thudding footsteps are heard throughout. Many people get bruised and thrown about, but you find some useful minerals.
Okay. We'll heal those within a day. Alright, misfits first. Let's drop off all of our miscellaneous resources, which is not a lot. Resupply. Now have 9 people. So if I wanted 30 days worth, I would need 270. We need some more wood. Do I have any gear for them? Ah yes, my new shields. 1 bad quality, that's unfortunate. I guess there's a chance the medic might need a necklace. Let's find out. Yes, he does. He needs both, in fact. Naslav could use the brand new endgame armor that we made. He only needs 1 though. $50 armor already, that's nice. He needs weapon, what am I thinking? We don't have much to give him, so we will give him a 2-handed sword and one of the shields. It's not much damage, but at least he'll hold his own. She needs armor. Ooh. You need strength first. That's unfortunate. Same thing with him. The elf, however, will love an upgrade. That's all we can do for them. Time to send them back out into the wild, and I should have kept that root. That's for my medic. Alright, what else do we need that's a short trip since they are so weak? Obsidian or coal? I think we're good on coal for now, so let's head towards the obsidian. We'll eventually move over so that we can get some cherries with it, but for the time, oh, it's not even enough to collect it in one turn. Oh well. Alright, our main expedition, let's drop off all the random crap we've picked up. Especially this wood. We don't need that much wood. We'll keep 30 just in case. Kind of a mishmash of random resources. We'll be able to use a lot of it though to continue our crafting spree of endgame gear. Drop off the child so he's not growing up in our party. And then we need to resupply our food. These guys just kind of run around fighting things. We have Hyphy XE. Thanks for the follow, man. Welcome to Liberation Army. Hope you're enjoying Thea. 12 people. Let's take 50 days worth. So 600. Yeah. And then I'm starting to feel nervous about having the the giant's nest next to our weak gatherers, so I'm gonna head out to start clearing that. They have 9 days worth of gathering left. These guys need wood, and that's good enough for now. Misfits are fighting. Ooh, a bandit group. Well, it's time to put them to the test. Yeah. Orc fighters are pretty tough. The poke is not going to be enough. Could double poke him, but I'm still not sure that's going to be enough. If I send him out, that's 10 with his 6. So 16, 29. That would be doubled. So 37. 42. Ooh, it's just enough to kill it. Ah, of course, and then the confused comes out. Of course. I could first action somebody, and I might just do that then. Yeah, that sounds like the plan. And I could do it to the hammer. That would actually be the best idea. Alright, let's send these guys out. Wolves are weak. Kind of a joke. In fact, I'm just going to kill him. Oh, but that was my first action. Dumb. Now I need to confuse him. Damn it. So many confuses coming at me. Alright, let's get our hammer out. He just got buffed. That's okay, because I'm going to confuse him. Or not. I'm going to confuse that guy now. And we're fine. We're fine. No worries. Misfits are good. Do not need that. Or that. A trap box. That might still be useful. Ooh, our hunter obviously would benefit from traps. There you go. Sweet. Okay, let's see. How were they on that gathering? One more turn and they'll get a batch. So I guess I'll wait and then move them up next time. For these guys, we need to continue towards the land bridge.
As you make your way through the terrain, your herbalist spots an area where you can harvest some good herbs. They grow inside a hollowed tree, but beware, there seems to be a lot of spider webs surrounding the place. These webs look thicker than I like. We best be quick about our business here, exclaims one of your men.
That's okay. We'll get the free
Your
herbs.
herbalist carefully picks the right herbs, while the rest of the men keep a wary eye out for trouble. You already picked some of the herbs, but you notice that there is a larger patch further down the path. However, that area has a sticky white blanket of webs thrown all over it.
So if you don't have the option of knowing that there's going to be a spider queen there, it's kind of better to just take what you got and leave, because it usually leads to a trap that just screws you over. But since I have all of the knowledge that I need to have this option, I'm going to go with it. I'll fight the queen. It's an easy fight, and I'll get more stuff.
Those with knowledge of the animal world in your party huddle together in talks. Taking their time to analyze the scene, they point to the pattern of the webs as well as signs of spider eggs in the distance. It is clear that your party may face a spider queen, or at least her best minions if they risk venturing forth. On the other hand, the men inform the group that such lairs can also hold precious resources.
Go forwards and fight! And a 2-skull fight with spiders is a joke at this point. It's an auto-resolve for me.
After a tough fight, you finally clear the area of those nasty spiders. Within their lair, you discover some more herbs as well as bodies of fallen men and women who are clearly not as lucky as you. You search the area for any usable loot.
So I definitely don't need the armor, but that necklace has +2 gathering, which can still be useful. Let's see, Yuzia's good. She's good. She needs it. Perfect. 15 gathering is nice. How is the weak gatherers doing on supplies? They have 8 turns left. I'm surprised the giant hasn't come out and attacked me yet. We gained a level. Let's see what we got. Lots of strength. Kind of a hodgepodge of other skills. Traps is good, but she doesn't have a high skill in it, so we need more levels for that to truly shine. For our gatherers, our non-medic gained a medic skill, so that was a useless level. Our fat rat is stronger, which is interesting. Starting to become useful with the traps. Health is beautiful. Our main fighters, our medic is a better medic, which is perfect. That makes it the wonderful level up that we needed. All in all, that one is pretty amazing. And our village. Crafter got better at crafting. Lots of strength gained. Cool. I'm happy. Okay, they should have gathered one bunch. And they can hang out until it's no longer one turn to gather, and then we'll move them. Let's continue this journey. Can't go any further.
It is said that the Mother Earth, Mokosh, is filled with anger as she sees her children wrought by the darkness and her precious earth polluted with filth. At times, her anger is unleashed upon Thea to remind you of her power.
Oh boy. Let's prepare ourselves.
The air goes stale and quiet, deadly quiet.
Oh, it's a 2-skull physical challenge? Pfft, simple. Auto-resolve.
First, you hear a gruesome grumble from the depths of the heart of Thea itself, as if a demon was about to unearth itself. Then the earth shakes beneath you, and everything crumbles. You see that your village is not at the center of this rage, but you know that it is not enough to keep you safe. But the earthquake revealed some minerals you can gather.
Nice. Moonstone. Perfect. And 1 wound for everyone. It takes 1 turn to heal that. Whoa! Whoa! We lost a ring. That's kind of lame. I mean, I can easily replace it, but still. I don't like events that force me to lose stuff. 2 turns. Okay, we're going to break camp and move so that we can collect other things with the obsidian. Perfect. And then the rest can go to the obsidian. Continue this journey down the landmass. And how's our production going in the village? We are down to just 4 armors. I brought back dragon bones, so I should be able to make more of these wonderful shields. Yeah, it was one of the good rings, but that's alright. I can make more. In fact, let's queue that up now so I don't forget. Jewelry. What was it? It was Dragon Bone. Dragon Bone? Yep, that's what it was. Well, we got plenty of Dragon Bone now. Let's go ahead and queue up 11 of them, which uses up 80 of our current Dragon Bones, so I can still make the shields, which was Dragon Bone and Dragon Leather, I believe. And what am I going to do for Catalyst? How about Steel? That's pretty good. Yep, that's the one we wanted. Let's go ahead and queue up 5 more of that. How are we on other resources? We need more ancient wood eventually. Got plenty of dragon leather, dragon bone. We need more mithril. We need more moonstone and more diamond. Oh yeah, wasn't there something amazing that we came across using enchanted bone? Like a two-handed sword, if I remember right. Enchanted bone, some coal. Let's try mithril first. 1972. That wasn't it. Diamond? No, that's worse. Was it moonstone? Whew, that's what it was. 24 and 4. That's pretty damn good. I'm not going to make it right now, but I'll keep that in mind. That's not as good. What about dragon leather? No. So yeah, it was the moonstone one. If I have a warrior that's got some innate magic skill, I might do that for him instead of the poison one. Alright, next turn we can clear out... Oh, this is a living nest. So we'll do that, we'll do whatever those guys are, and then we'll head towards the giant cave.
You are set upon by a small group of rugged-looking dwarves. Their faces are scarred, as if they cut off their beards with their axes, which they probably did. Their clothes are worn, and their eyes hungry. Only their weapons remain in perfect condition, the last remnant of their bygone heritage. One steps up and spits before speaking. Money, or we'll kick your teeth in now.
We are decent at speech challenges. Only our rats have no use in it. So we are going to talk them out of their mithril.
The lead dwarf spits and grunts at you. Less talking, more doing, my hummy friends. I got little patience for talk.
Of course, both rats are in my hand. That's okay, though. We outnumber them 3 to 1. He kills him. That's a joke. They are all level 8 or higher, so none of my tactical cards are going to be of any use right now. So instead, we will go with our 2 strongest. Which they'll kill that one, no problem. Those 2 will kill that one, no problem. And then we will support him and make it so that he'll kill this one, no problem. Just like that. This fight is over.
Your men stand firm, showing off their strength and confidence. The dwarf leader listens to you, then speaks. Today you shall eat well and sit with us by the fire, so that all of us may see tomorrow. The dwarves look relieved at their leader's words.
So we got 6 mithril, and since this is my weak gatherers party with those 2 damn rats, I'm just going to share the food and not backstab them.
You share a meal by the fire and exchange stories of woe and victory. One of the bandits stands up and speaks. So be it. We shared bread, we spoke by the fire. We leave as friends. May we meet again. The dwarves leave.
Okay, unliving nest. We are not good at any of those, so we're just gonna fight them. The unliving bees will be annoying because all bees have piercing attacks. So we need to keep that in mind, be careful. I'm halfway tempted to just let them send out all of their cards until those 3 bees are done. With that in mind, let's do some countering. Okay, there's 1 bee, 2 bees, there's still 1 more in here somewhere. Counter tactic. Counter tactic. There's the 3rd bee. We're good now. So, I cannot kill him via poke. I do get 2 cards though, so that would be 12 damage and 14 for 26. Not enough to kill. I can only confuse 2 of them. So I'm going to counter tactic with her. Confuse that one. Confuse that one. So we have 18, 37, 38, 48, 54 damage coming at us. That's a lot of damage, and it's going to be more because he will be wounded. He's going to absorb 32, which is 1837, so he'll take wounds from these guys. He'll only take double damage from this single poison, so that's acceptable. Send him out first to soak that up. He'll kill this rat, so we need to do 31 to kill that rat, which she can handle. We need to do 36 to kill this bee. Which the 2 of these together could handle. Uh, 25. Oh, I should have thought that through, because either of them could have killed that rat. Oh well. Okay, he's also going to take double damage from this, so he will be pretty wounded, but he'll survive. "17 wounds, but he's still not bleeding out, so that all in all not bad. It's a pretty good hammer, but it doesn't compare to what we already have now. Just going to dismantle. And can we make it? We cannot. But we can make camp to heal. And gather some coal, apparently. And fish. Four more turns for them. They got a while. Cool.
You explore the woods in search of good wood and any other resources when you hear a squeaking voice.
Ouch! Don't pull my head off, man!
You realize the mushroom that you are about to pick is staring at you.
So again, because we have folklore magic and animal kinship, we have an extra option here where we recognize it as one of the demon pikenettes.
Tree sap! Oh, yes, please! In return, I give you this. But friend, I also need your aid. There's an old den nearby, and my friends were spirited away there by some creature when I was away. Perhaps there are goods there for you as well. Deal?
Okay, let's go save his friends, see what we can get from it.
The talking mushroom takes you to what looks like a bear den. It could mean actual bears, or someone is just using it. Either way, this is where your treasure lies.
Let's do a quick magic check.
There is clearly someone or something that has been touched by the wings of magic, but they are not strong. You think it is likely of non-human origin. You prepare wards to aid your attack.
And by doing so, it went from a 3-skull fight to a 2-skull fight. Pretty easy now. Witch, fighter, and bear. Probably could have auto-resolved it, but what the hell. Let's start with our strongest hammer. I don't think our counter-offensive 4 is going to do anything, and I'm correct. So, let's do a little poke. Let's do a second poke. My hammer will kill both of them. The other hammer will finish this up. And this fight's over.
You defeated the creatures in the den. You go inside and find various goods scattered around the place. It seems like you are too late to save the creature's companions. You also find a big cauldron filled with various woodland ingredients, like mushrooms and even bits of pine cones and twigs. As you try to find the little fella to tell him the bad news, you only find a piece of dried up forest foliage on the ground. It seems like the whole forest behind you weeps.
Sadness. Lots of gear, but at this point I really don't need any of it, especially the bad quality ones. So the only really good thing I got out of that was a ton of wicker. Alright, break camp. Let's see what this question mark
You approach
is.
the slavers.
Slavers.
See, they are a mixed group of different peoples, including orcs, humans, goblins, and even dwarves. They drag behind them a row of malnourished, worn-out slaves, including children, shackled and cruelly whipped by their captors. The slavers are well armed, but they have clearly seen some fighting not long ago, as they have bandages and look banged up.
Okay, same story. I'm going to do a social challenge first, and since this is my main attack party, I will then betray them and kill them and only get one child again. I'm going to auto-resolve the 2-skull social at this point.
Your posturing and clear confidence made these slavers
Nice.
very uneasy. They must have had quite a fight beforehand, as you realize they would not have been an easy prey still. Their leader speaks. Fine, you can have half of our cargo and just leave us be. You feel this is a final offer.
Nah. We're going to kill you. And we're going to enjoy it. Okay, I'm going to poke this guy. And then my best hammer. Now, we don't have any counter offenses, sadly. So, given that knowledge, I'm going to poke him. Send out the other hammer. Now, there's 2 tactical cards left, and we can play 2. I don't want to get confused or have any first actions occur, so I am going to counter tactic, counter tactic. And then we will send out the rest of our warriors, and this fight should be over with 0 wounds taken. Yep.
You killed all the slavers. Some slaves died during the skirmish, but some remain alive and rejoice at your heroism.
Yay, rejoice. What we got here? An attractive sword. Don't really need it.
You gather up those who can still walk and make a quick burial for those who did not make it.
Forgot to silence my phone. Sorry about that. Alright. Slavers are taken care of. Let's head towards this giant's den. And we achieved a advancement victory, I believe. So the victory condition gave us another 150 points. We made it to level 3. I'm still going to keep playing, but let's see what else we've got going on. We still need to do the Giants quest. We've only encountered 11% of the events. Alright, let's see what it was. I'm pretty sure it was the advancement victory. Yes. We just completed 31 of the 34 skull challenges. We still need to do the Giants quest, which will get us more points. Maybe we can make it to level 4 with that. Continue this journey. How's everyone else doing? They have 2 turns left. Lots of turns. Sadly, they're across the snow, so it's going to take us a while to reach it. If you keep playing, do you still get points? Yes, you absolutely get points. So if you wanted to, you could complete all of the main quest line and then just sit here and skip turns, because I think every 10 turns is worth 1 point. Let's double check that. Yeah, every 10 turns you survive, you gain 1 point. This is the max you can gain on recipes, which is 90. I can't imagine how long you'd have to play to get 100% completion on the events taken part in. I'm sure I can make a better item to get more points. These are set values. You can't get more than that or less than that for the victory condition in God's Quest. The Giant's Quest will give us some more. I don't remember the exact value. As you scout out hexes, you'll gain more points, but it's a very, very bad ratio. Just eyeballing it, it looks like for every 20 hexes you discover, you get 1 point. And then your XP gives you points, but again, you're looking at like a 7-to-1 ratio. For every 7 experience, you get 1 point. Okay, they are out of fuel, so we will break camp and begin the long trek home.
You are ambushed by a shadow giant and his minions.
Ah.
You feel a gust of cold air as they approach, and you know they are filled with the darkness. The giant whispers, his voice ringing in your ears like an ice pick. Give me your souls.
So this is something I brought up last week. Because we have the ghost in our party, we can just give it up and the shadow giant will leave us alone for the time being. But it's the same thing as sacrificing one of your party members. It's just, instead of it being a random party member, you know which one you're losing. I still don't like either, but this is my weak gatherers party. I don't know how well they're going to hold up against the shadow minions. The 2 rats are going to be absolutely useless in this fight. Our damage, well, our medic can't do much damage, but everyone else does decent damage. That it's a maybe for us. We'll definitely take some wounds. But the odds aren't horrible in our favor. Let's risk it. If it doesn't look like it's going to go our way, I can just run and take whatever the RNG is going to give us for wounds. Oh, that rat. The wall, our most amazing warrior, is out of the fight for this turn. That was unfortunate luck right there. None of our counters are going to be high enough. I think the shades are level 15 and the shadow creatures are level 20. So that's kind of useless. Let's start with our hammer. It's not enough to kill that one. They get 2 out, which is really unfortunate. And there's nobody I can first action. So this guy is going to survive, and he's going to do 33 damage to somebody, which is enough to kill him. Just gone. Oh, that's upsetting. I could do a double poke on this guy. Either one of them will survive the Shade's attack. And the poke itself will do 26 damage. And then he can finish up and kill. I think we'll go with that. Oh, in the first action. Okay, he is definitely dead. He'll still survive the hit, but now we have run the risk of them splitting their attacks, which this shadow creature would still die, but that's not the greatest things that could happen. What to do, what to do. Well, since we already know we're going to lose people, I think... Can you just abandon the rats to get rid of them? If it would give me the option of choosing a rat to sacrifice for this event, I would 100% take it. But the only one that you can guarantee to sacrifice is the ghost. Otherwise, it's just going to roll the dice, and whatever character's number comes up, the game kills. And I just don't want to take that risk, because what if it's my medic? Which would just snowball me down to failure for this team. I think I'm going to run and just accept whatever wounds the game decides to give me. Because otherwise, I'm guaranteed to have at least 2 people bleeding out if I let this fight continue. And I don't like that.
You are defeated. You barely escape the giant and its minions, but you feel your souls weakened as they tried to devour your spirits.
Okay, so nobody is bleeding out, so the run was a good choice. The Curse of Darkness is easy to take care of. We'll visit the Zeode on our way home. It's unfortunate that we lost 2 will permanently, but that's okay. Will is only health when it comes to a speech challenge, and I'm more interested in their damage than their survivability for that. So running was a fine option. Alright, let's continue the journey. They can't move anymore. Alright, Giant's Lair. Oh, next turn. The snow slows us way down on our movement.
The whole land is shaken with tremors. Groans and thudding footsteps are heard throughout.
Okay.
Many people get bruised and thrown about, but you find some useful minerals.
Not really that useful though. Continue the journey home with them. They should have enough food to make it. Finally, the Giant's Cave.
You approach a group of giants, and you have just enough time to figure out the best approach.
Although, I really should do the Planetic part of the Giant's quest instead of killing giants until he shows up. Just for completionist's sake. So I guess I could fight them. How am I at sneak challenges? Is that even worth it? Nothing, 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 nothing. 1. Nothing. Then a 10. Nothing. Nothing. A 9. And 15. I have 3 really good sneak challenge people, and then the rest can't do anything. I don't think I'm going to do a sneak challenge. Let us just fight. And it's wild lives. They're the weakest of the bunch. Ooh, but they are still tough. So there's going to be 2 active ones. I have no chance of countering them. Even my confuses aren't quite strong enough for this. So how are we going to deal with this? We have 1 first action that we can use. So in theory, I could poke her. And then I will first action somebody. Not him, or sorry, Ludmilla is a female. Not her, because she already does 90 damage on her own. 90 damage. Whoo. I guess that means you're going next. You will take care of, hopefully, this one. That would be amazing. And then our hammer. Oh, of course. We're not that lucky. Let's see. She is going to do 41 damage with her attack. So we need somebody who can do at least 52. Which is not her. 37, 41. So only he can be first actioned to help kill this wildlife, which is fine. You have the highest shield. So you, and then we will just shield you all to hell to survive this one's attack. So first we'll send you out, we will first action you, and then we will shield. Shield. Just lots of shielding. Would it be worth it to support you or just shield you? I think the shield is still the best play. Can we kill a team of giants without taking a single wound? Yes, we can. We are badasses.
You slay the giants.
What do we got? That's a decent necklace. I'm sure it's an upgrade for somebody. That's a good crossbow. Don't need the hammer. 1 diamond. Woo! Don't need the armor. And some dragon leather. Cool. Now, if only all fights would be that easy. Okay, let us explore some more since we're over here. Okay. We got another land bridge. Let's see where this one leads. Alright, Coach Zek, thanks for coming out and joining me. Have a good rest. Hope you have a good day tomorrow. I'll see you later, man. So it's starting to become nighttime, which is going to make vision very limited.
The Night of Kupala was once celebrated during midsummer when the sun shone brightest. The tradition continued even when the dark veil shielded the skies. But it was during those dark days that Kupala Night became a beacon of desperate hope and a night for calling upon the gods to return to Thea. The seasons have changed after the darkness ravaged the world, but it is time for the first Kupala Night since the sun's return.
Let's prepare.
The Kupala Night was once celebrated only once per year, when the sun's power was closest to Thea. But during the darkness, the special night was celebrated as soon as the mystical signs were read by the village elders. As to what those signs entail, every wise one seems to have a slightly different story. There are several ways in which the solstice can be celebrated.
Let's find out the full story.
During the long night of darkness, there was no way for the elders to tell when the solstice was coming, and within a few decades, the sacred night of Kupala was all but abandoned. But then, some old mystics read the solar signs, brief moments where the power of sunlight or the force of the moon and stars shone through the dark veil with particular strength. Since then, Kupala Night can be celebrated more than once in a year, but always when a great solar event is anticipated by the mystics. The Kupala Night is a night of many guises. It is the night that celebrates the rival bond of the sun and the moon. It is the night that sings to the power of life-giving water and the thundering fires, both with their power to cleanse the earth. The night where life and death are revered, and where love and its promise for the future are held up and cherished. It is a night to honor all gods and to cast away the darkness. There are several ways to celebrate the Kupala Night and to prove yourselves. Some may take more time, some may be risky, but doing nothing is not an option. The Night of Kupala has many faces and traditions that need to be upheld. Bonfires are lit with sticks and stones and placed on hillsides or other high places around the settlement. Offerings of food and animal stock are made in honor of the many gods. Music, dance, and laughter accompany the night's rituals. But the main event is chosen by the village elders with each solstice. There are several ways to celebrate the night and prove yourselves. Some may take more time, some may be risky, but doing nothing is not an option.
Let's see what happens when we make a wreath of flowers.
This night, you choose to honor the old traditions by following the rite of love and fertility. Any unmarried lad or lass looking for love and its fruits makes a wreath of field flowers, weaves their own hair into it, and then sends it down a river with a small lit candle attached on top. If the candle burns the wreath, or if it sinks in the river, its maker will not find love this year. But if it survives the flames and swims with the currents, it's a clear sign of love to come. If someone finds such a wreath down the river, fate dictates that they are the chosen lovers.
Well, that's an interesting way of doing it.
Every hopeful singleton weaves their best wreath in hopes of attracting a soulmate. Some clever conspirators hide downstream and accidentally find the fated wreath. Some wreaths swim away with the currents, but bring joy and hope to the hearts of their makers. Soon after the Kupala night, a stork visits the village and gifts a child to one happy couple.
Yay, we got a child. And we gain some levels. Let's see what we got. So for misfits, gain quite a bit of strength. Not bad. For our gatherers, we got kind of a hodgepodge, but some decent amount of health. Always lovely to see. For our main fighters, leech is great. +1 in traps. What do you have already? Nothing, so 1 in traps is not that useful, sadly. And our village. Kind of a mishmash. Oh well. Okay, continue the journey back. Let's continue exploring, and that's the end of the landmass. It's kind of a peninsula. Oh well. Alright guys, I sadly have things I need to take care of, so I have to call it short tonight slightly. But I want to thank everyone for coming out and watching. This was Thea the Awakening by Muha Games. I am Demordred. I try to start streaming every day at 7 p.m. Pacific. Come out and check me out sometime. I appreciate it. Feel free to chat with me. I love talking about any and everything, especially when it comes to games. Until next time, game on.